Hi, hello, welcome to Quality Thought YouTube channel.
So here, once the SQL server is installed on your system, please see this diagram. Last day we saw the installation. This data is a database engine. Remember that. And to access this engine, one SQL server software is installed and it is installed as a service. Okay. And to access that service by the users, one more software is required, that is UI software, client software. Its name is Management Studio. These three need to be connected. Remember that. Otherwise, it is not possible to work with the SQL server. Okay. See, if you know how to connect these three together, you can run multiple instances of SQL server on a same system also. Multiple instances. Okay. Multiple instances means more than one SQL server. More than one SQL server also you can run. Right. But anyway, next, to find or to check whether our SQL server is running or not, what is the way? You need to check in the services window. How to open that services window? By using a name called services.msc. This one, services. If you open that one, okay, there you are able to find in the alphabetical order under the name column. In the alphabetical order, you are able to find one name which starts with SQL server. This one.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
And please check that whether this one is under the running mode or not. If it is in the running mode, then only the client software connects. If it is not in the running mode, even though SQL server is there on your system, it is not possible to connect with it. Okay. So before working with SQL server, please check that your SQL server is in the running mode or not by opening this screen. Okay. Right. See, if you right click here, you can stop the SQL server also, if not required. Okay. Next. See the points which I have explained. All I have documented that points here. See this. Keep the SQL server always in the running mode. To check this, right click on the SQL service name in the services.msc window. When you right click on it, it shows, okay, whether it is in the stop mode or running mode or all. Okay. Next, server name. To connect with server or to work with SQL server, what are the different types of details are required? See this. Name of the server or IP address, or we need a keyword called localhost, or sometimes some people may use dot. There are four possibilities are there depending upon your work environment. Okay. Sometimes you may need to use server name. Sometimes you may be provided with IP address. Sometimes you may need to use just simple the local host, or sometimes you may use dot also. Dot means symbol, dot symbol. Okay, all possibilities are there. Okay, right. Next, authentication type. There are two types of authentications: Windows authentication and SQL authentication. Windows authentication means you no need to provide the user ID and password. SQL authentication means you need to provide the user ID and password. Next, after that, in the SQL server, one important window is there, that is Object Explorer. This is the main window which is required to access our resources. Means our tables, our functions, our procedures. Okay, everything, whatever required to us, everything is accessed through this window only, Object Explorer. Last day I have shown this. See this. In the main window, open the Object Explorer window to manage everything. To manage everything means databases, tables, store procedures, everything are managed through Object Explorer. It is available under which menu? View menu. Remember, it looks like this. So here, this see, even though it shows so many nodes here in the downtree mode, but this databases node is very important. Okay, now see this view menu in the Object Explorer, or F8 is the shortcut. Right. So SQL Server is RDBMS software used to store the data. It was developed by Microsoft, and the UI software is Management Studio. Now it runs as a background. Next, that background software is nothing but a database engine. Remember that. Now what is the first step? You need to create a database and you need to create a table. Right. Now let us see how to create a table and how to create a database. Priyanka, you can continue with today class, no problem. Right.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So open the Management Studio. Now here, I want to use database engine and my server is running on my system. See, here and for server name, I am providing my system name. But sometimes in the companies, you may need to provide IP address. Sometimes you may use local host. Sometimes you may use a dot symbol also here under the server name. The authentication mode is SQL Server authentication. The username is SAR. It is connected. Now, first I want to create a database. Now right click on the database, new database. The database name. See here, I have given a name called Online March. Just assume Online March. Now, last day I explained with for every given database name, ichina prati database name ki, it creates two files in the backend. Two files. What are they? With the given name, one file is created. Okay, suppose the file name is Online March. With the given name Online March, one file is created, and one more file is created. The database name underscore log. So whatever may be the database name is Online March. Online March underscore log. These two files are created for every database. For every database, these two files are very, very important. Okay, now see here the initial size, the initial amount of memory given to your database is 3 MB. 3 MB. Whenever the given space is consumed completely, then automatically every time 1 MB is added automatically. Okay. See, you are adding records and you are creating tables and everything. So you added some records, hundreds of records. The 3 MB is completed or the given space is completed. Okay. There is no further space. Then immediately it adds 1 MB extra. In such a way, it is a continuous process. Whenever the given amount of memory is completed, it gives 1 more MB. Up to which extent? Unlimited. Unlimited. Okay. It means you can work with thousands of records, lakhs of records, no problem. Okay. Right. And where these files are created? See, this is the part. See, these are all that files. See, with the given database, with the given database name, two files are created. One file is as it is, second file is underscore log. Prefix is database name as it is. Now come to our example here. Here I am trying to create a database with the name online March. Now click on OK. Don't click on add button. Click on OK. Now go to the data folder here and please observe. See this one, online March and online March underscore log. See the date of creation, 10th 3rd 2023, 1:34 p.m. It is created, right? With a size 3772 KB. It means 3 MB, right? Right. Next. Now expand this databases. See, once you made a modification, always suppose see here I added a database. Just right click here and one option is available here, refresh. Okay, just click that one. Better. Okay, always expand. See, this is online March. Now expand this node. Database diagrams, tables, views, synonyms, programmability. So many tail nodes are there. Among these nodes, first we concentrate on these tables. Okay. If we expand these tables, see the system tables and file tables are there. Now right click on these tables, new table. So first table creation in GUI mode. You need to specify the column name, data type, and here there is an option called allow nulls. So first of all, column name, just assume. So, enter the column name here. Don't give any spaces. Okay. Yeah, here I entered product ID. Just press the tab. Then it enters into second column. Here you need to specify the data type for this product ID. So click the down arrow here. These are all the data types of SQL Server. Okay. So here I want to select int. Next, allow nulls. Are you allowing nulls for this product ID?
Sorry, and I
See, product ID. See, for a product ID, nulls are allowed or not. So here, what is meant by null? I will explain about the null later, just after a few minutes. But null means just assume that no value. So really, in the real time, can you allow a product without ID value? Can you allow a student without admission number? Can you allow a particular item, okay, without item number? No, right? So can you allow an order without order number? No. So don't allow the nulls for it. So uncheck that checkbox. Okay, don't allow that nulls. Next, product name. So what is the name of the product? It is a combination of alphanumerics sometimes in the real time. So for that purpose, there is a data type in the SQL Server called nvarchar. And what is the maximum size? I mean, by default, it is 50 characters. Okay. Now, I want to make it as 30. Now, can you assume a product name, a product without name? No. Name is mandatory. So that for name also, don't allow the nulls. So that allow nulls is unchecked. Next, product name. After that, quantity. Okay, say quantity. Now, just see, as you are a learner, okay, no need to go into deeper aspect here. Quantity means, suppose if you see any big basket data or Amazon data, groceries websites, the quantity appears like a numeric value and alphabets combination. 1 kg. 1 kg means 1 is numeric. Kg means alphabets. Okay. How a alphabet and number can be how can they appear on the screen together? Okay, what is the problem? See, it is not a big problem because a string can accept both alphanumerics. But development point of view, it becomes a problem. Okay, whenever you want amount, quantity into price, you need to multiply the quantity into price, right? Whenever 1 kg means it is a text. 1 kg alone 1 is numeric. Okay, kg alone it is alphabets, but 1 kg means it is alphanumeric combination. Finally, it is nothing but alphabets. So you can't multiply that value with price, right around. So that is the main thing. So that's why presentation is different, back-end logic execution is different. Quantity is presented as 1 kg, 2 kg, or 3 kg, or 500 grams, or 300 grams, like that. A numeric value by concatenating that numeric value with the text. Okay, grams, ml, kg, liters, like that. In the back end, they are stored as numeric values. Okay, 1, 500, okay, 200, like that. In the front end, when they are going to be displayed, they are concatenated with the text. Okay, so in the back end, they are not 1 kg, it is 1 only. In the front end, whenever they are going to be displayed, that 1 is joined or concatenated with the relevant text. Okay, kg or later, LTR, GM, something like that. Okay, so anyway, for your practices, here you can use anything. Just I am explaining. So you can use here nvarchar anything, because we are not writing any logics here. Say for example, it is 20 else price. Right. So a table is created. Status. Status means that product is available or not to purchase. See, when you see some e-commerce sites, okay, product information is available. At the bottom, it displays that out of stock. Out of stock means we can't raise an order. We can't select. Select operation is not applicable on that product. How? Based on this property, status. When the status is true, that is allowed to select. When that status is false, okay, it is allowed to use. I mean, for display purpose is okay, but selection process point of view, it is not useful. So here, status bit. Okay, you know bits, binary bits, 0, 1, like that. Okay. So these are this is one example. Now I want to save this. See here, save icon, save table _1. Or if you see here, if you put the mouse pointer over this title, it shows the server name, database name, and the default table name. See that desktop -e8 DROEZ, that is my server name. In that, the database name is online march. In that, the table name is table _1. Okay, and see the word before the table 1. Please observe. Before the table 1, what is the word? Anyone able to see? DBO. DBO, database object. Remember that. Okay. Anyway, now I want to save this table structure. Now here, see this. Save. Enter a name for table. Product. Click OK. Right. Now it is changed. The table 1 to table product. Now close this. Now right click on the tables, refresh, and expand the tables. Now here see, the table is available or not? See dbo.product. We created table, but it is showing as a dbo. Okay, it means the table is a database object. SQL server point of view. Okay, our point of view is a table. Right, anyway. Now I want to see the structure of this product table schema. Right click on this product and see what is the option here. Design. Select this. You are able to see the schema. Now here you can manage. You can change this, or you can add additional fields here, or you can remove. Right. Next, how to enter the data? See, I am not using SQL, not yet. Okay, we are going to use SQL in the next coming few minutes. Now right click on this product, edit, see, product ID, product name, quantity, price and status. Say the product ID. Second product ID. See, please observe here. In the status column, I am entering 1. In the status column, I am entering 1. When I press the tab, 1 became as a true. Please observe these behaviors. Okay. True. It seems to be text, right? But actually implicitly it is equal to 1. Right. In such a way, I entered 3 rows. Right. Now close this. Now how to see the data? See, right click on the table, select the top 1000 rows. It generates the query, and that query is executed automatically, and it displays the data. Okay. Now I want to edit the data. Then how? Right click, edit. Then you can edit. Right. You observe here, I entered 0, but I got false. 0 is replaced false. Just a minute. and here you can modify the data. All of you see maximum 1 hour. Okay. If in any column, if the given data is invalid, it shows a red color symbol. Remember that is a proof. If it is not showing any red color symbol, it means it is valid. For example, see here. In the product ID column, I not entered any value. Okay. Now the product name. It is showing error because null is not allowed for product ID. Clear? So now refresh here. And select the updated data is okay. So it is totally GUI based. Here not yet used any SQL. Okay. Here to create a table or to select the data or to edit the data, we are not yet used any SQL. Just it is a GUI based. In SQL server, you can see for everything 2 options are there. Through SQL queries, you can do. At the same time, you can use GUI options also. Okay. Now, next, while creating a table, what is meant by null? What is meant by null? Remember that. See, if a column, excuse me, see my class timing is 1 hour. Okay. If you have some personal work or something else, it is okay. But it should not cause any sort of inconvenience to the others. See, some people are listening the class. Okay, once my class is completed, you can continue. No problem. See, I'm not forcing you to listen about about my class, right? You can do your own work if you are not interested. No problem. Okay, the management for provided the service, those people who are interested to use this, they will use. You should not cause any damage to their work. Silently in my 1 hour class or in my session, do your own work, no problem. I'm not forcing you or I'm not putting any restrictions. Okay, listen my class, right? I'm not forcing in such a way. Please try to understand, right? Now, what is meant by null? What is the meaning of null? Null means for a column you don't know a value. Okay. For example, in the real time, when you are entering some data in your form, okay, you are entering some data, or you need to enter your data. Okay. Suppose you are filling some application form. You written some exam. That result is not yet came, but they asked about the result. Okay. It is pass or fail. We don't know, or we don't know about the grade. Okay. It does not mean that you are pass or you are fail. Okay. Result is not yet confirmed. Means it is not known to you. It is unknown value. Okay, it is not available. Unavailable data. Remember that. Unavailable data or a data which is not known to you or which is not available to you. It is updated in the next coming future. That is it. So for such type of values, for such type of in such type of situation, you need to enter null. Okay, null is not equal to space. Null is not equal to 0. Remember that. So null is a absence of value. It is not equal to 0 or it is not equal to empty. Right. For integer, okay, you can use 0. For string, empty. Null means now the data is not available. It is made available in the later. Okay, right. Next. After that, identity. Okay, what is meant by a identity column while you are creating columns in the table? Identity column. Now let us open our table. Product, design. Here see this, for this product ID, you are providing the value. Every time whenever you are entering a new product data, okay, you need to provide the ID for it. That is your responsibility. And this product ID generally should be unique, right? Almost it should be not null and it should be unique. Why? Because no two products with same product ID in the real world, right? Not only product ID, for student ID, admission number, right? Say category ID or item number, right? So no two products are allowed with the same ID. It means whenever you are entering data here, see this. If I entered 105 here, it accepts. Whenever I enter 105 here, it accepts. Why? Because I never enforced any rule here. I created it as a normal column. It is wrong. Remember that. That is one point. Second point is if the developer takes the responsibility to provide a value for it, okay, product ID is a domain data or not? You need to observe in the real time whenever you are developing the applications. Product ID, admission ID. See, when you are joined in a college or something somewhere, okay, some number is given to you. Is that number is a real number? I mean that see, it is created for you. It is created for you. Remember that. It is created for you. It is not a product name. It is a real value. Hey, say for example, this is one product assume. It is with some name, remote, some company remote, right? But this product is with some number. Okay, that number is created for this one. Remember that. Okay. See the number. See what is the difference between these two? Please observe. In the entire world, wherever you go, okay. If this product is shown to anyone, if we ask what is this one? Remote, right or wrong? Right? So this is domain data. But whereas a number is given to this one, some number to identify this remote uniquely by the company. Okay, that number is given by the company. Okay, that number is not at all a common one, right? I mean that it is intentionally given. But whereas this one remote, by seeing this one, we can say it is remote, right? But its number is, it may vary, right or wrong? The number may change, right or wrong? Okay, right. So in the same way, product name, it is fixed. Okay, suppose Apple is there, it is a product, it is a pack. Apple's pack is there, packet is there. So Apple's, it is a packet, it's fixed. But the ID value given to that packet is not fixed. Remember that. It changes. It is intentionally created. Apple name is created by you. Tell me. Apple name is created by us. No. That for that fruit, okay, the name is came from that fruit automatically, right? Right. But the number to that packet is given by the company. Okay. Then what is the difference between these two? Please observe. We can't change the name. Can you change the name Apple? No. But you can change the product ID, right or wrong? The format of product ID or the number of, I mean the size or the number of digits, something that it is your convenience. That number is in your convenience. According to your company rules and regulations, or as per your requirement, you can change the number, right? But the name Apple or the product name, it is not allowed to change. That is the difference between the domain data and the data which is created by you. Is it clear? So now here the product name is domain data. Oranges, grape, pineapple, grapes. These are all domain data. Product ID is in your hands. So that what happens? You can enter that product ID. But while entering that product ID, there is a possibility for error. Right? You may enter the same number again. Okay. Or you may forget about entering that number, or you may enter that data in a different format. Right? So to avoid that, a column is provided called as identity column. So what is meant by that identity column? While you are inserting the data which belongs to you as per company, product name, quantity, that is in your hands, price, that is in your hands, status, that is in your hands. Because depending upon the product status, you need to enter that data, right? But product ID is given to the SQL server. SQL server takes care about the product ID, right? It generates automatically that product number for your record. Okay, how? Let us see this. Now, right click on the column. See this in the design mode. On the left side of the column name, right click, and if you see the properties, see this step by step. Here see identity specification, a property named identity specification. What is the value of this identity specification? No. Now expand this. See this. If you select S, then two more properties comes. One is identity increment 1 and identity seed 1. Seed value, increment value. Okay. So for this column, product ID, what is the starting value? Seed value means starting value. Okay. So I want to start my products in my company with 1001. So 1001 is my number. Okay. Next, from the next product onwards, okay. Suppose I inserted one product. 1001 is the first product number. What is the next product number? That depends upon this increment value. So what is the increment value here? 1. So the 1 is added to the previous value. 1001 is previous value. 1001 plus 1, 2, 1002. It is given as a second product ID value. Next, if you enter third product, then 1002 plus increment value, 1003. In such a way, the SQL server provides automatically. You no need to take care about that one. So that when this column is used, there is no chance for error in the product ID. Okay, because it automatically generates. And you don't need to take care about that data. You need to take care about the domain data only, because product ID is not a domain data that is created for your business purpose. But Apple arranges the names are not created for business purpose. By default, they are came, right? Right. But product ID means it is created for business purpose by you, because when you are selling a product, okay, you need to identify which product is sold, right? Which product is purchased by, or which product is ordered by the client, I mean customer, right? For that purpose, ID is required, right or not? So see this identity filled with a auto incremented value by SQL server. Auto incremented value. Who provides that value? SQL server. Which type of columns are allowed as identity columns? Only numeric columns. Okay. String columns are not allowed for this. Only integers are allowed. So to make a column as identity, we need two values: seed value and increment value. Okay. Let us see. Now let us make see if I applied this identity column on the existing data, what happens? Let us see. When I try to enter in the product ID, it is not allowing. See that? It is not allowing. Right? In the product ID column, there is no value, right? I entered the remaining data. Press the tab. What is the value? 106. Automatically came. Right or not? That is it. Now try one more. 107 or something. No. One not 7 automatically came. Right. So this is the benefit of identity column. Okay. Next. So how to make an identity column? First, you should go to design mode. Next, on which column you want to apply identity column? Left side of that column name, right click, go to properties. Now in the properties, see this identity specification property, expand it by left clicking on it and select is identity as S. Okay. So here already I have some values. So that's why even though I have given the seed value 1, it is not accepted. It accepted the incremented value. Suppose at the design time, before entering any data, if you specify the seed value as 1, then it comes as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. Okay. Next. Next. After that, what is one more type of column? Unique. Unique column. So in the table design, to make a column as a unique column, okay, right click on the column name and select indexes or keys. Provide values to the columns type and name. Okay. When you say a column as a unique, what happens? Not allows the duplicate values. Unique. Generally by English also, okay, according to English also, unique means not duplicate, right? Unique means not duplicate, exclusive one, right? Now, then what is the difference? What is the main problem with unique means? It allows null value. Null value is allowed in the unique column. Okay. See. Now let us add, for example, go to design. See, here one important point. Product name is there. I want to make product name unique. Just assume. I want to make the product name unique. This allow nulls checkbox is unchecked here. Okay. Or okay, we'll add. I don't want to make any complex. Okay, we'll work on product name. Right, better. See the product name, because here actually some collision occurs. I want, if I explain that collision example, the starting stage, it leads to a little bit of confusion. That's why. Okay, anyway, no problem. See here, the product name is there. Now right click. Here you need to select indexes or keys. Okay, indexes or keys. Right. Now you need to click add. Right. Now here, see this. Columns. See this product ID. Product name is unique. Yes. Okay. It type is index, leave it. Now click close. Okay. Now once again right click. Indexes or keys. See this, one key is there. Right. Which is applied on which column? This key is applied on product name. Is unique? Yes. Okay. And please observe type. What is the value of type property here? Index. This index concept comes in the next chapter. Remember that. I mean that in the next coming chapters. Are you asking to create an index on the unique on this product name column? Are you selected this index here? No. It means whenever a unique column is created, it is creating automatically. It is creating index automatically, right? So indirectly, without knowing to us, okay, some features creates index columns in the backend. Okay, one of them is unique. When you apply unique constraint or unique key on a particular column, okay, in the backend it is creating index. It is applying indexing on the unique column, right? Or on which you are applying the unique on the column data. It is applying indexing feature. Now click. Right. Now let us try this unique. Now go to edit. Now Please observe all the names. Apple, oranges, pineapple, grapes, orange. See, no name is repeated. Right? Now, see that? See here, I try to enter Apple once again. Now it is showing. See that? Error message, cannot insert duplicate key row. See, what is the word it used here? Object. It is not saying any column or cell, something else, right? It is using a word called object. So it used that word object about what? A table called product. So SQL Server point of view, table is a object. So see here, cannot insert a key with the unique index. That index key column name it is product. The duplicate value is Apple, and that statement is terminated. Right? So it means into the unique column, into the unique key columns, duplicate values are not allowed. Clear? Right. Now let us try. It accepted null. Okay. Now let us try one more. Null is a value. Okay. As per unique nature, no value is allowed to enter once again. Null is one value. Just assume null is one value. Now you entered the null again, right? So as per unique nature point of view, see whether it is a null or not, or ABC or XYZ, that is not the matter here. Null is one value, right? Now you repeated the null once again. So repetition of same value once again means it is against to unique, right? So that's why it's showing error, right? But the main problem is null. It leads to data inconsistency. Suppose if this product is selected by in an order, okay, in an order, the customer is allowed. The customer selected this product. Just assume. What is the product name? Because in the bill you need to show, right? In the order, in the ordered items, okay, you need to show, you need to display the product name. But this product name is null. So that's why technically it is okay, but practically allowing null values leads to data inconsistency, because one product is purchased by the customer, its ID is 110 and its cost is say 1200 rupees, and the quantity is 12 items, right? 12 pieces. What is that product? We are unable to answer, right, Ram? That is the thing. So that's why operation success, patient died, right? Technically the bill is generated, there is not at all a problem. Okay, total everything comes perfectly, but which product need to be delivered? What is the name, sir? What is the name of that product? We don't know, right? That is right. So only one null is allowed. Remember that. Okay. Next, the third constraint is primary key. See, what is the purpose of this primary key? application development point of view, very, very important constraint it is. Okay. If you want to perform, see, if you develop any general normal projects related to the real world, okay, I'm not talking about any some machine learnings and all these things. I'm talking about only the regular projects, okay, which are around us in the real world, okay, like colleges, schools, restaurants, okay, supermarkets and all, even hospitals. If you want to identify any entity in the real world, okay, I want to identify a medicine uniquely. I want to identify an employee uniquely. I want to identify a student uniquely. Right? I want to identify a customer uniquely. I want to identify an order uniquely. How? Okay. And next, application point of view. If you want to perform any operation like insertion, deletion, updation, searching, sorting, and everything, for all these operations, okay, almost directly. In some areas, indirectly, primary key is the key point, key one. Without primary key, it is not possible to perform all these operations. Remember that. And even in some application softwares, okay, those people who are, anyone is with the application development, right? Data access layer, business data access layer generator. If you want to generate data access layer logic, the table should contain primary key. If the table is without primary key, it is not possible to write the logic for it. Remember that. It never allows. Primary key is mandatory. Okay. So here, primary key is used to locate the record in the table. Null should not be allowed. It should be unique. And generally, it is not allowed to modify. Okay, it is allowed to delete, but it is not allowed to modify. Generally not chosen from domain data. Domain data means the real world data. Suppose you enter into a restaurant. Okay, you want to develop a point of sale software, right? So you are the analyst or you are the database designer. You went there and you asked, okay, what is your data? On which data you are generating the bills? Okay, they said that idli, vada, dari, something, right? Dosha and all. Okay, right? Now the point is how to identify that product uniquely. See, they said the names. Okay, say some idli. What is the quantity? Okay, 4 idli. Right? What is the cost? Say some 30 rupees. That is okay. That is the data you collected from the client. Okay, so that is domain data. But to identify that product uniquely, is there any data provided by that client? Okay, client says that the idli ID value is 001. Client specifies in such a way, tell me. No, yes, the client gives the domain data. That's all. Okay, my products are these 10 products are my products. Okay, which are in my business. That's all. Their names, their quantities, and their prices. But they are not useful. That data is not completely useful for us in application programming. So, how to identify a product uniquely? How to identify an item uniquely? Then the database designer adds additional data to the domain data. See, if you are a database designer, after collecting the data, okay, some additional columns you need to add into that data. Always, yeah, our required data is not available from the client. Remember that. So that's why, see this. Generally not chosen from the domain data. Not chosen from the domain data. Remember that. So the database designer adds that column. Okay, product ID is created or item ID is created by the database designer, and the designer adds that column to the domain data. Right. Next. So how to make a column as a primary key? That is an important point. Now, it is. Go to design. Right click on the table, design. Now, which column you want to make as a primary key? Now identify that column. See, I want to make the product ID as the primary key. Okay. Now, on the left side of the product ID or column, right click. Here, what is the first option? Set primary key, right? That's all. Then immediately a key symbol appears. See this, a icon. Key symbol appears on the left side of the product ID. Now it is a primary key. Okay. Now do one thing to check these features. Save this. Okay. Now right click on this product ID, go to properties. This identity specification is there, right? So on this product ID, two features are working. One is primary key, another one is identity specification. Okay. So anyway, first we will insert one record with identity specification plus primary key together. Right click, edit. See, the most recent one is 112. See, 112 and 113 automatically generated, right? It is fine. Close. Now right click on this, go to properties, design, and right click on this, properties, remove the identity specification. Expand this identity specification. Is identity equal to, make it as no. Okay. I want to enter my own value. Why we made this? Because we want to check the features of primary key. Okay. Null is not allowed, and it should be unique. So when there is a chance to enter, then only you can check these features, right? So that's why we remove that feature. Now go back to here, right click, design. Sorry. Edit. See this, now it is editable. Okay. Now enter existing value 113 once again. So 113 I already entered, right? So now this time it is showing which type of violation? Error message, violation of primary key constraint. Okay, violation of primary key constraint. Cannot insert duplicate in object dbo.product. The duplicate value is 113, right? So the primary key not allows duplicate values. It is proved, right? So 114. Right. Now, without entering any value into the product ID, switch to the next columns and try for Now it is showing, see this error message, cannot insert null value into which column? Into column product ID. Please see this. Cannot insert the value null into column product ID. Table online mart is a database. Database name online mart dot dbo dot product. Column does not allow nulls. Insertion fails. Insertion is failed. Okay. So this is about the primary key. Next. See, what is meant by candidate key? Already we created. Unique key is nothing but a candidate key. Remember that. Unique key columns are nothing but candidate keys. But due to the possibility of having null, they are not allowed as primary key. They are almost equal to primary key. Almost equal to primary key, because unique means exclusive values, right? They never allows redundancy. Duplicate values are not allowed, but they allows only one null value. In the entire column, it allows only one null value. Due to having of that null value, the unique key column became as candidate key. Otherwise, it is equal to primary key. Remember that. Okay. Right. Next. Next. What is this foreign key? Remember, whenever you want to create a relation between the two tables, this foreign key is very, very important. This foreign key is useful. So, see, every constraint or every key avoids some problems which comes in the real world. Okay. Data integrity is achieved by unique column. Data integrity is achieved by primary key, and again the same, the data referential data integrity is achieved by foreign key. Okay, I mean normalization point of view. But generally, whenever the related data is stored among the multiple tables, to join the two tables together, okay, the foreign key is required. Or you can explain in a different way. Suppose in the starting class I explained, or you can take this example also. Here the product is there. Now I created another table called orders. Okay, or say order details. Right. Now this product exists in this product table. How many times? Only one time. 101 apple. This record is not yet repeated. Okay, it is not allowed to repeat also. But in the order details, okay, customer 1 orders apple, customer 2 apple, customer 3 apple. In such a way that this record 101 apple, okay, is allowed to repeat again and again and again in the order details. Whereas the same concept here, it is invalid, because this is data. That is also data, but according to the real-time domain, a customer may place multiple orders on the same product. The multiple customers place multiple orders on the same product. It means in any way, okay, ఒక కస్టమర్ యాపిల్ 4 సార్లు ఆర్డర్ చేయొచ్చు, నలుగురు కస్టమర్స్ యాపిల్ 4 సార్లు ఆర్డర్ చేయొచ్చు, రైట్? In that situation, the apple data gets repeated again and again in that tables, right? So that this is stock, simply say, okay, this is product data, that is order data, right? So while creating or while entering the order data, okay, you need to form the relation between the order details and this product table. Why relation is required? Why the relation between these two tables is required? You can place an order only for a product which is in product table, right? Can you place an order for a product which is not there? Is it possible? ఒక లేని ప్రోడక్ట్ మీరు ఆర్డర్ రైట్ చేయగలరా? చేయలేరు. సో ఆర్డర్ డీటెయిల్స్ లో ప్రొడక్ట్ ఎంట్రీ జరగాలి అంటే ఆ ప్రొడక్ట్ ఖచ్చితంగా ఎందులో ఉండాలి? ఫస్ట్ ప్రొడక్ట్ టేబుల్ లో ఉండాలి. ఓకే, ఫర్ an existing product only you can raise an order. For a non-existing product there is no possibility to raise the order, right? So it is like parent and child, remember that. It is like a parent and child. Without parent, child cannot exist, right? Next, for a parent there is a possibility for multiple childs, because one product is ordered multiple times, right? Around right. So time is over. So tomorrow we are going to see how to implement this foreign key and how to generate these diagrams by using the SQL server, and how to avoid these problems, how to avoid the duplicates, how to keep the data integrity, how to avoid the redundant data, and how to avoid the bad data.
Before the end of the session, a request to all of you. ఈ వీడియోలోని కంటెంట్ మీద మీకు ఏ విధమైనటువంటి డౌట్స్ ఉన్నా కూడా కింద కామెంట్స్ రూపంలో మీరు ప్రొవైడ్ చేసినట్టయితే ఇమీడియట్గా మా టీం వాటికి రెస్పాండ్ అవ్వడం జరుగుతుంది. ఫర్దర్ కోర్సెస్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ కోసం మీరు క్వాలిటీ థాట్ వెబ్సైట్ని విజిట్ చేయొచ్చు, లేదా డిస్క్రిప్షన్లో ప్రొవైడ్ చేయబడినటువంటి కాంటాక్ట్ నెంబర్స్కి మీరు కాల్ చేసినట్టయితే మీకు కంప్లీట్ డీటెయిల్స్ అనేటువంటివి ప్రొవైడ్ చేయడం జరుగుతుంది. ఫర్దర్ మీకు మరిన్ని క్వాలిటేటివ్ వీడియోస్ని ప్రొవైడ్ చేయడానికి ప్లీజ్ లైక్ దిస్ వీడియో అండ్ షేర్ దిస్ వీడియో అండ్ సబ్స్క్రైబ్ అవర్ ఛానల్ Quality Thought. Thank you all of you.